I got to do these videos right after getting out of a shower more often. It feels so nice and fresh. If I had hair, I'd probably just be like trying to wave it around. I don't know if that looked about as awkward as it felt, but probably did. Anyways, I digress. I got something coming up. Got to get a little more personal here. That's why I had to start things off on a lighter note. But I've been dealing with hernias for the last 6 months. That isn't too serious, but it is kind of personal. It's a personal medical issue. And I'm about to get surgery for those hernias in a couple days. The surgery itself doesn't really worry me that much. I'm just kind of bummed that I'm not going to be able to train the way I've been training for a while after I get my surgery. I got my surgery coming up it's Monday. It's coming up this Thursday. I got to report to the hospital on Wednesday afternoon, and so I'll spend 2 nights in a hospital. They're going to operate on me. They're going to do the surgery, operate. I don't know if that's the right word, but I guess it is an operation. It's a surgery, but they'll be doing the surgery first thing Thursday morning, and then I'll spend that day and that night in the hospital having them look over me, and then I'll be released the next day. I don't really know what to think of it, because when I talk to the doctors about what I can or can't do, they say, yeah, you'd be fine walking around and doing this or doing that, just living normal day-to-day life, but you can't do any heavy exercises. So obviously something like squats or deadlifts, heavy squats or deadlifts, or even probably light squats or deadlifts are probably out of the question for a little while. The doctor at this hospital I'm going to was saying it's about 8 weeks before you can get back to moderate exercise, and up to 6 months before you can get back to heavy exercise or heavy lifting. And I'm not sure where that puts me, because what I do is all calisthenics. It's all bodyweight based. So I'm not sure where that falls in between. But my plan is to follow the doctor's recommendations and just kind of go by how I feel at the same time, and just be very, very cautious with trying stuff out. Now, the benefit of being a athletic person and who's quite strong and in very good shape is that you recover from surgeries way faster than most people. So your rate of recovery is a lot quicker. Plus, my diet of nutrition, my diet of nutrition knowledge, or my knowledge of nutrition, dietary nutrition, as I should say, or nutrition in general, does help you recover from surgeries faster. And just being in good shape, you recover quicker. You can do more right away. They do say that you can walk around pretty much right after surgery. Like, you can get up, walk around, just live normal day-to-day life. But it can take quite a while to recover from it. And, you don't want to pop your hernias out right after getting surgery. So I will have to be pretty careful. But at the same time, I'm absolutely in uncharted territory. This is the last time I had any kind of surgery was when I had my wisdom teeth out. I was 15 years old. So 33 years ago, a long time ago. And I'm hoping this surgery kind of goes the same way. I went in to get the wisdom teethies operation. They put me under anesthetic, knocked me out. Next thing I knew, I was waking up and the surgery was over. So I'm hoping this is kind of the same kind of deal. They say it takes about 2 hours. But honestly, I really don't know what to think of it all. Am I a little nervous? Yeah, a little bit. I've never really had surgery before. They're going to be going in through my belly button, and it's called laparoscopic surgery. So they go in with this robotic arm and go in through a little incision at the bottom of your belly button and go down into your inguinal canals and patch everything up, put some meshes on there, and you kind of go from there. I'm not really sure, but man, it's kind of crazy. I've never been in this situation before. But like I said, the biggest thing I'm worried about is just being able to work out afterwards, because I've been working so hard. Or not really that hard, but just been very, very consistent. My workouts are going so well this last year that it's just kind of a bummer that they're going to be interrupted for a while, and I'm not going to be able to train the way I prefer. However, in the long run, it does mean I will be able to do things that I haven't been able to do for quite some time, because I first noticed these hernias about 6 months ago. I'd lost some weight, lost about 30 pounds. I looked down, I'm like, what are these two things sticking out of my lower abdominals? And looked it up and was like, yeah, it's inguinal hernias. And went and saw a doctor about it, and that's what he told me, the same thing. And so I've had to be very careful with a lot of things I do. I can't really do push-ups as much as I'd like to, and even still, I kind of have to. You just have to avoid that lower intra-abdominal outward pressure, because that's what pushes your intestines out through your abdominal wall, because that's what hernias are, or that's what these hernias are. That's when your intestines are coming through your abdominal wall. It's not pretty, but they're not bad, and they don't hurt or bother me at all. And I have been doing things these last few months to see if there's any way to improve them or make them better. But so far, nothing's really working. I have heard some people who say you can do certain abdominal exercises to make them better. And I've been doing those. And I think, if anything, it's just prevented them from getting worse. And really making it so you put yourself in less risk of having complications while you're, finding out whether or not you really need surgery or not. But yeah, man, it's just wild stuff. It's weird to think about, But hey, I've been an athlete all my life. I've done a lot of heavy training, a lot of powerlifting. I've done strongman training. I've done acrobatics. I told the doctor I was a former professional flying trapeze artist, and he looked at me like he didn't even know what to think. Because I'm sure he's never had someone who's done that before that he was going to operate on. But all those things, especially flying trapeze, it's just massive, massive abdominal pressure you're putting yourself under. So I may have been doing this damage all along, and it's just now, after driving trucks for so long, that they got to a point where they're really noticeable. But anyways, I'm going to keep things updated as far as that goes. The next couple days of posts will be pretty normal, but I'll be making posts right before and right after the surgery, and just kind of documenting how I'm training and how the recovery goes. So if anything, it's going to be a learning experience for me, and maybe this will help out someone else who may be facing a similar situation. But anyways, yeah, that's it for now, everybody. We'll talk later as usual.